Hello, hello, hello. Happy Saturday, everybody. I hope everyone's doing well. We are just doing a chill Saturday stream, and we're gonna watch some Ashes of Creation videos, and just maybe get lucky and get some people in here and talk some more Ashes. Whatever on your mind, guys. There's nothing in particular going on today. Um, just keep working on the channel, trying to get it better and better, trying to get this mic sounding good. My last video that I just put up last night, it actually went up this morning because I had some problems processing. But it is up now on YouTube. Give it a watch if you haven't watched it. Hidden Dagger in, of course. There's also a link on the About. And 1 second, I'm getting a Discord message here real quick. Let's see here. But yeah, just talking Ashes and anything you want to talk about. I'm still, I signed up to X, or Twitter, whatever you want to call it, uh, because I've been trying to find out what in the world that they're going to be streaming about, and their last stream, and I still haven't seen anything yet. So I'm hoping that we find out soon what they're going to be talking about, because I actually want to talk about what they're talking about. So, if that makes any sense, I need some content. Please, Intrepid, give me some content. Give me something to talk about. I gotta take my hat off. If I had my imaginary hat off to Narc and all the other content creators. Rive Genesis, by the way, a big shout out to Rive Genesis. He came in and threw a follow on me yesterday, and I got to talk to the YouTube sensation himself, and or at least he's got a lot of followers and subscriptions. So, but he's gonna have a hell of a lot more come launch. That's for sure. I guarantee it. Thank you, Rive, for coming in, and. But all the other content creators, Nice Gaming and Is There No One Else, and of course my one of my personal favorite, Dr. Burns over at Ashes of Relation. Um, Man, these guys are all going to just blow up when this game gets a little bit closer. Absolutely going to blow up. And to Stick Quino, I've watched him some. I heard that he got 1,000 followers, and I saw one of his 1,000 follower videos. And congratulations to him. That's good. If you guys haven't checked him out, go give him a look. This is the Tumak video, which is, I'm not a huge PvE guy. I do enjoy a good boss fight though, so this would be good for that reason. The Tumak looks like a pretty interesting fight. Doesn't look too complicated. I'm one of those guys. I'm the guy that's always dying because I'm out of position. So maybe I should be a tank, because I'll have more room for error if I'm playing a squishy than being out of position, which is my forte. It's gonna healers are gonna hate me. I don't bring that fucking peon guy. You're gonna be resin him off the ground the whole map, the whole time. Look at these spiders. Look at the way that they interact with the environment. You get too close and they start to get all twitchy, like they're gonna stabby you. So what's everyone doing today? Anyone got anything fun? Anything fun going on? My wife's at work today. She's working all week, so she's busy. She's got a part-time job also that she does. So she keeps herself pretty busy, and it's just me and my son Jericho home today, and my barista Jericho Bucks. Hey, King Shakur, how you doing, buddy? What's going on? Glad to see you here. Glad to see you here. So you're playing some Helldivers, huh? Is this game any good? You can give a shout out to Helldivers. Now, Shakur, are you gonna play Ashes? I know that since you're in Argentina, that um, they're gonna have some servers that way, and the money they're gonna be charging for the subscription is gonna be regional based. So I'm guessing you're probably gonna to stick with the servers by you, or were you planning on doing NA? If you do NA, you know you're gonna have to be with us. That's just the way it is. So there's no choice in that. But passing up on the regional pricing would be hard to do also. I don't know if you've seen Tumac, but just kind of keep an eye on him in the background because he's pretty crazy looking. Big cyclops carrying around a tree. How's the mic sounding, guys? Is it sounding okay? I just bought a. I felt like I was having some echoing or muffling, and Shakur says, "Yeah, I heard these. I heard there's no plans on Latin America servers. Not that I care too much, honestly. I'm still playing it. Nice, nice. Well, that's good. That you know you're always welcome to hang out with us on NA. I'm hoping honestly that they put out some Central servers because I feel like U.S. Central always gets hosed. That's just so Steven, don't forget about the U.S. Central people. I know that we have shitty weather and all, but at least throw some love our way because there's nothing else for Central to do other than play games and have sex. So please give the Central server some love. Thank you. Okay, thanks. Look at this guy, Shakur. Look at that big old beast. Yeah. Carrying around a big old tree. I love it. Absolutely love it. Boy, this chat box doesn't seem to be working real well on my stream here. Let's see. So what are you up to today, Shakur? Just doing some Helldivers? Let me make sure my sound alerts is turned on here. Yeah, I'm playing Helldivers with Prem. Tell me a little bit about Helldivers. I really don't know anything about it. What kind of game is it? I mean I've seen people playing it, but I haven't really had time to delve into what it's about. I almost just don't want to get involved with another game right now because I'm just so busy with the content creation and stuff like that. People who don't stream or don't do content creation, they might think that it's easy to do this. Let me assure you, and especially after doing this 7 years ago and then coming back to it, it is not. There is so much to do. My hats are off to all the other very successful content creators, and I don't put myself in that category because I haven't done shit yet. But there's so much to do. You got to get your setup right. You got to always come up with ideas to try to keep people intrigued and entertained. It's you have this right now, which is the show, right? This is to entertain people. Are you not entertained? I got to get that wave file. I've got to get that GIF up there. But there's so much behind the scenes work that people don't see. I almost think it would be cool to make a video of just a behind the scenes thing so people can see what really goes into putting a stream together and putting a YouTube video together between the editor. Like I use Filmora 12 for my editor, and then just getting all the sound files right, the images that you want to put in there. You got to add some funny stuff. So, there's a lot of stuff to think about when you are thinking about streaming or content creation. But in my mind, there is no better time to join, a content creation, especially if you're looking at playing Ashes, than right now. Now, one of the things that you're going to have to get used to, and Shakur said that, yeah, once I thought it was easy, but it requires a lot of love to put it in a process. Yeah, it absolutely does. My hats are off to those who have become very successful at it. I mean, there's got to be time, and it can you can burn out. You can burn out on it if you do too much of it. That's why I don't want to have a schedule. Um, I enjoy coming on when I want to come on and talk some ashes. I don't want it to feel like a job. I don't do this for money. So I do this for fun. I do this for the enjoyment of the game. So if you want to throw some money at me, I'm not going to turn it away. But I don't do this for money. I don't need this to live. So I think when people are doing this because they absolutely need to do it because of financial reasons, I think you can get burned out a little bit easier because you're putting a lot of undue pressure on yourself. Or I shouldn't say undue. You really need to do it because you need the money. So, and I think maybe that forces people into some bad decisions. And yeah, if you don't have to do it for money, then you can really kind of sit back and enjoy it. And that's kind of where I'm at right now. Um, that's why it's been so much. I've had so much more fun doing it this time around because back when I did it 7 years ago, I was doing it full time. I needed the money, so I'm glad. So I guess I speak from experience in that boat. Now I don't. So this is purely for enjoyment, and I want you guys who are watching me to enjoy it as well. I mean, it's a celebration. It's a celebration about playing a game that we believe that we're going to love. And I think I'm going to love it for a long time. You know, I'm going to play this game so long. I hope Steven makes me a little Vera Tombstone when I kick off, because this I intend this to be my very last game as far as MMOs. Now I might play a survival game or something like that in between, while my shit's processing, because it sounds like that's going to take an awful long time. But I intend this to be my last MMO. Like I said the other day, I don't have time. These MMOs take so long to develop. If there was a new MMO, a new IP that sounded great, okay, what am I? What am I gonna do? Wait another 10 years? I'll be almost 62 by then. I might have one. I have one foot in the grave already. I can't promise anymore. I mean, come on now. So, if I was 20 years old, it'd be a completely different story. But I'm not 20. I mean, I'm sexy like I'm 20. Yeah. What do you think? Ask Prim Shakur, am I sexy? No, don't answer that. Now you're good to be trying new games. No, yeah. Yeah, I'll let you guys tell me how they all are. I'll let you guys tell me how they are. All the other games are, but no, they're not for me. I'm sexy and I know it. You got to play some of those sound files so I can start doing some dancing. I was getting down to the chicken dance the other day, but I get the point. There aren't any other big MMOs coming. No, I mean, other than Star Citizen, and that one's been in development so long, I'll for sure be dead by the time that one goes full release. My lord. My lord. Again, guys, I apologize. It's just like I'm still over a week with having this cold, so my nose is a little bit red, and I still got some sniffles, and you might catch me wiping my nose. I do apologize, but that's just the way it is. I hope everyone's having a good Saturday. What do you think about that boss there, Shakur? That boss looks pretty dope, I gotta admit. He doesn't look overly complicated. I'm really still, I mean, I haven't played any of the classes yet other than when I was in Alpha 1. But I really still have no idea what I want to play. The tank looks very fun. If they make the tank really viable in PvP, then I'll be all over it. I'll be all over it. I mean, I love rogues. Stuff like, hey, Deceptions, how you doing? Thanks for the follow the other day. Oh, nice, nice. Very nice. Yeah, I saw that you followed. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the Hidden Dagger Inn. Let me throw you a pint. I gotta get some wave files for the pints and stuff like that. Let me test my widgets, make sure they're working real quick here.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my underground lair.
They are working. Ladies and gentlemen, I got it. I love that guy. Welcome to my underground lair. The guy's he's the best. I appreciate you coming in, Deceptions. Yeah. How's the mic coming in, Deceptions? Pretty good? Is it coming in a little bit clearer today, I hope? I got this little cover. I don't know if you guys can see it. And I think that helps a little bit with maybe the sound muffling and stuff like that. Crystal clear. Beautiful. That's what I love to hear. You know, I figure if I can knock out one problem a day, then, you know, one problem a stream, that I'm doing what I can, because it, yeah. It's, as I was talking, is Rive Genesis joined us yesterday, and if you guys haven't given him a follow and checked out his YouTube content, I strongly recommend that, because he's awesome. You know, who knows what he's going to sponsor. I think the insider tip is that he's going to be sponsoring Fire next, because that's what he was saying. But he's awesome. And, you know, just like I was asking him, I was like, you know, do you always have, is there always something that goes wrong when you're streaming? And he's pretty much like, it's like being a firefighter, like Sonny from Lore Forged. I mean, there's always something popping up, always a fire you got to fight. You know, something's not working right. You just got to kind of ad lib. And, you know, in Shakur, like you were talking about earlier, when you're starting to stream or be a content creator, streaming more so than content creation, because you can get pissed off and walk away with yourself, you know, when you're editing a video or whatever. But when you're streaming, you're live. It's like, hello. You gotta, if you're talking to nobody, if you got no one interacting with you, you just gotta pull shit out of your ass. That's just what it is. I'd imagine that sounds like computer, like, yeah. And I'm not a computer guy, Deceptions. I am not a computer guy. My brother's a computer guy. I'm not a computer guy. You know, so I gotta Google this shit. You know, when I'm off air, I'm Googling all kinds of stuff and YouTubing it and trying to figure out, you know, what I'm doing wrong, you know, because that's just what it is. How old is my bro? My brother he's an old fucker. Sorry, children. He is 55, I think. Yeah, 50. Yeah, no, 55 or 56. I think he's 56. Yeah, I'm an old fucker too. No, there's no doubt. I'm turning 52 in just a little bit. Just March 4th. I have 1 second, guys. I gotta wipe my nose. March 4th, I'm turning 52. So yeah, I'm an old fucker too. There's no doubt about it. Now that I've cursed, I definitely got to put "No, this is not for kids" on my YouTube. So, oh man. That's great. That is awesome. Oh, we're glad to have you, my friend. You know what? I'm looking at those rewards that are popping up. Let me pause these real quick, because I don't know about you, but after killing that big old boss, those rewards don't look all that great. Oh yeah, I'm first generation gamers. I put in one of my videos the other day that I've been gaming. I've seen the whole evolution of gaming. I started, I think it came out when I was about 8 years old, the Atari 2600. You know, I'm playing Pac-Man, and I remember how excited I got when Ms. Pac-Man came out. Dude, and now that I think about it, you put freaking Pac-Man out, and then you made a game called Ms. Pac-Man, you threw some lipstick on her, and it was exactly the same game. I don't talk about screwing people over. I don't know why I got so excited for Ms. Pac-Man, but yeah, I did. You know, it is what it is. Oh my God, what is that? I got an old message. I will be giving away copies of New World. No, I'm definitely not giving away copies of New World. I have to get rid of that Streamlabs message. Ignore that. I am not endorsing New World at all. But yes, you can play Heist. See? A new fire just popped up. My ass is burning right now. I can feel it. Anyway, let me go. But I was going to say on this stream, those rewards for killing that world boss, they're not exciting me. I know it's a lower level world boss, but yeah, that's not doing anything for me. Intrepid, y'all need to step it up a bit. New World be like, hell yeah, that's exactly what New World's like right now. Help! Help! You know, and it's a shame. I gotta admit, I was really into New World. I played a lot of the beta of it early on, and I was very excited for it. You're like facing a suitcase. Yeah, I was very excited for New World, and yeah, they really let me down, which is a shame. You know what? In my opinion, what happened in New World is they never had an identity. You know, they started off as being like a full loot survival game, and then they turned it into a full on MMO. They kept pandering to the vocal minority and the public, and if if you're catering to everyone, you're catering to no one. So that's just the God honest truth. That's just the way it is. You cannot please everybody in this world. It's a certainty that it won't happen. So let's see what other kind of videos they got here. That one was really short. It was supposed to be longer than that. Let's well, I guess we'll go back and play the Alpha 2 stream here. Yeah, I mean, you can't please everybody. Steven has said, Ashes of Creation, this game is not going to be for everybody, and it's absolutely not going to be. Some people are... I think... I want to try to dispel what... There's a lot of PvEers out there, and I have absolutely no problem with PvEers. Deception TV says, gotta agree, feels like a lot of games makes that mistake. Yeah, you gotta have an identity, and that's one of the things that I love about Steven is because he's come out, he knows right away what kind of game he's looking for. He's got his pillars and his foundations set. And you need that. You need to have those pillars that you're not going to let somebody, you know, who comes in and starts complaining in the chat, you know, move the mark. That's not going to happen. Now, there's other stuff that's maybe subject to, you know, reconfiguring. But his core pillars, you're not changing them. So that's what's awesome. You know, I'm very excited about that. And one of his big ones, and you'll hear him talk about all the time, is no pay to win. We cannot have him. Okay, but I hope you told Prim that I said hello. And I never heard her come in here and tell me how sexy I am. She needs to come in here or else I'm going to start to get, you know, self-conscious. Other than that, I'm just teasing. Excuse me. Yeah, no pay to win. Steven loved Arcade. Absolutely loved it. And they kept screwing it. They kept screwing people over. Not only him, but everybody with their pay to win stuff. And it was disheartening. And he's not going to let that happen to his game. And let's face it, Steven's a multimillionaire. Pay to win's not a big deal for him. But I know for a fact that Steven shelled out a lot of money, you know, on Arcade. But if you're in that position and you're what we consider a whale, right? And you have over here. And you have a lot of money that's at your disposal, and you can you know, buy it and stuff like that. In a way, I kind of feel, and I don't want to speak for Steven, but I would feel myself, if I were in that position where I could just throw money at the wall and, you know, get loot crates or whatever else that they were getting, it kind of cheapens it. It cheapens it a little bit. And because he knows in the back of his mind and in his heart that not everybody's got that money to do that. So is it a level playing field? No, not really. Even though he was able to do it, and I think in his heart he knew that, and he wanted it to be a level, you know, a level playing field. And kudos to him, you know, if that's the way he felt, for feeling that way, because now everybody's got a chance. Now it's going to be skill. It's going to be, you know, what you do in the world. What are you doing today in Vera to make your character better? You know, in these kind of games, in Ashes and all the other MMOs, if there's just like so much stuff for you to do, then they're doing their job. You cannot. It's like, God, I gotta do this. I gotta get my crops. I gotta plant my crops. I gotta sow my field. Oh, I gotta get some lumber because I gotta make this for my caravan. There's just so much stuff that you gotta do. There's not enough time in a day to do it all. Deception's game says games that to themselves all over the place these days. Ironically, I believe AOC will be a huge economic success just because they avoid pay to win and other stuff like that. No, I would 100% agree with you. Hey, look, I said it the other day in one of my streams. We always hear about when's the next WoW killer coming up. Is this going to be the next WoW? I truly believe. I don't know if we necessarily need to kill WoW. Like we had Wizzy McNasty come in the other day and says he isn't really needed to be the WoW killer. I think, as Steven said, they have millions of accounts registered. So I firmly believe that this is going to have more than enough people, at the start to go ahead and get people very excited, get people playing. Yeah, nobody kills WoW better than WoW, and that's exactly right. Ashes will be able to sustain herself just fine. People will probably still continue to play WoW. And let me tell you something about WoW in Blizzard, okay? I grew up with Blizzard. There was no bigger fan than me for Blizzard. I started off when I was 21 years old, okay? And this is when the internet was just starting, all right? When I was 21 years old. I played console all up through that time, Super NES and with the basic Nintendo and the Super NES and the Segas and Intellivisions and PlayStations, all that stuff. That's all I played. I played a lot of Tech Mobile, played, it was Joe Montana's or something, Madden's, all that stuff. And then my brother, for my 21st birthday, made me a computer. And his name was Lou. So I called it the Lou Pooter. And, he's really smart with that stuff. And I loved that computer. That was awesome. And he gave me a game. The first game he gave me was Warcraft, Orcs and Humans by Blizzard. I fell in love with that game. I stayed up all night playing that game. Playing it. At that time, all we had was 2400 baud modem. And we could call somebody on a direct connect. And if you had call waiting, you'd be in the middle of your game playing on your connection, if you've ever even heard one of those. It was horrible. If somebody called you in the middle of when you were on connected with somebody, it'd kick you off. You'd be like, fuck! Because your whole game's gone. There's no save. There's no going back. You're kicking the cat because I'm just teasing. You're kicking the cat because because you just lost your game. You put in all that time and after a while I used to play with my brother and I beat him and then I'd call some other buddies and they got a computer and they got the game and they'd be playing it. That's one of the things that I guess that's one of my gifts is I was able to talk a lot of people into getting the game because I guess I can sell ice to an Eskimo, I've been told. But that being said, I couldn't keep them playing. I guess I would beat them and they wouldn't want to play with me anymore. So yeah, that kind of sucked. So because like I said, I always played it, so I was pretty good at that game. And then a service called Cali that my brother hooked me up with. And it was the first internet service. Yeah, the first internet service. And I was talking about this in one of my videos the other day. I can't remember how many people it had per server. I want to say it was 100, but it might have been more. But it wasn't a lot. But imagine this. The internet's brand new, right? There's no trolls. There's no asshats. Everyone's just excited to play their game. And I was one of those people. Wait, you're from where? Australia? Hi, what's going on, mate? Hey, how's the life down under? So anyway, we're having a good time talking and having good old time. And at the time, I worked third shift, so I got to play with a lot of Australians because I think they're like 12 hours ahead of me. So it was a really good time. So we're playing Warcraft, Orcs and Human. People were making their own leagues. I played on something that we had. It was just a website based browser because Blizzard, wasn't good enough to, have a league. So we called it the National Warcraft League. I don't even know if there's a link for it anymore. It was so long ago. But people had their clans and you joined in their clans. And so you'd have to manually report after your game if you won or you lost. And then you would get points off of this. So people went out and made our own entertainment with our game. We made our own ladders and leagues with our game. And Cali was the best, man. The people were so pure. And then we have, fast forward 20, 30 years, then we have now. Yeah. Where people have grown up and they've been completely spoiled by our technology, and they feel like they can say whatever they want. They're going to be internet Rambos. They're going to be trolls. They're just going to be dickheads because they can, and nobody can go to their house and wring their neck. Deception says, yes, I grew up in the last wave of that. My parents are the first generation gamers at 29 years old. There you go. Yeah, so your parents got to experience it, and you're in that second wave. So, but you've still got to see everything grow a lot. Fortunately, you're young enough where VR is looking like it's going to be pretty tight. I have a VR headset, and it's pretty cool. And I'm not going to be. I'm waiting for Ready Player One to come in real life. I don't think it's going to go ahead and happen. My son's in your boat. My son is 20, almost 24, and I can remember him sitting on my lap, slapping the keys when I was playing the Diablo 2 beta. Yeah, well, I was in the army and he's slapping the keys, and I also remember playing DAOC, and I don't know if anybody watches this over next whatever it's when it's posted. Any DAOC players, we're over at the fins, right, at wall fins or something like that, and you need a full group of 8. And you're sending a companion into a bunch of mobs, like a pet into a bunch of mobs, and then bringing them back. And then they're all BAF mobs, so they're bring friend mobs. So there's a whole lot of them coming. It was the best experience at that level, and basically, you needed the whole group to kill them. So I'm like, hey guys, we're taking a break, right? Everyone's taking a break, and there's like 8 people plus a bunch of other people waiting to get into a group because that's how popular these were. So I'm going to the break. I said, guys, I need to go to the bathroom. So we're going ahead, and I'm coming back from the bathroom. I'm like, hey, guys, why are we all dead? They're like, dude, you ran into the fins. I'm like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, wait a second. Kyle. My son ran in there and did a kamikaze into the fins and aggroed all of them. So I'm like, sorry guys, we're on the walk of shame. I apologize. We're all running back. My son ran us into the fins. Because Deceptions TV says, oh yes, I got that way with my half-year-old son. Right now he played loads of D4 with me. Yep, exactly. Yeah, that's a very true story. I was reminding him of that just the other day. How he gave me some surprise butt sex when I came back. I was like, oh man. Yeah, just parent gamers. Yeah, you can have kids. They're gonna do stuff like that. I used to run a guild. I used to play Warhammer online, and my brother and I ran a guild called Dust Till Dawn. A pretty successful guild. We were the first one to take down one of the cities. We were the first one to take down a city, so it was a successful guild. We had a lot of people. I think we've had like 300 people over the time. But anyway. We ran that, and I lost my train of thought because I got some timers. God damn it. I totally got derailed. I don't know why. I was thinking about something else. Remind me where I was. Parent gamers. I'm trying to think. God, I got some timers. It's horrible. Again, guys, ignore that New World comment. I'm gonna have to get rid of Streamlabs bot. It's killing me. But anyway, we did that with Warhammer Online. Warhammer Online was a pretty awesome game. Too bad EA got their hands on it. I had a lot of faith in Mark Jacobs. I think he was a pretty awesome. Yeah, Parent Brain. Yeah, totally, man. The thing is, I have so much stuff on my mind and so much stuff from my past that I can get sidetracked real easy. And then I get sidetracked and then I forget what I was talking about. So, so I don't know if I'm the oldest streamer on for Ashes of Creation. If I'm not, I gotta be close. I gotta be close. I'm in the top 5, at least 5. Where there we go. 5, so at least. But I like to have a good time. If you're looking for knowledge, I can give you some experience. But if you're looking for knowledge, you ain't gonna learn shit here. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I am not the smartest cookie in the jar, but I can make you laugh. So I can make you laugh. That's about all I got. That's all I'm working with. That's all God gave me. I can give you shits and giggles, but that's it. But if you want smarts, you're going to want to go to Dr. Burns with Ashes of Relation. You're going to want to go to Rive Genesis. I'll give you my opinion. I got lots of those, but those are like assholes. So, everybody's got one of those. So, I don't know what more I'll be able to give you, but we're going to have a good time. I'd love to tell you that I'm the uber best gamer in, that is that's gonna get far, but that I'm gonna smack some of that ass. But I more likely than not, you're probably gonna see my old ass lying on the ground, in a pile of ashes, respawning. Hey guys, where were you? I'll be right there. That's what you're gonna hear out of me. Now, that being said, we've all seen Steven play, okay? And Steven's probably going to get pissed at me for this. We've all seen Steven play. I'm better than Steven, okay? I'm better than Steven. Steven couldn't fight himself out of a brown paper bag. Now, I love Steven, and I think he's the best, and thank you, Steven, for making this game for us. But maybe there's something behind the scenes that, keyboard malfunction or something, but yeah, every time Steven's in trouble, he's whipping out a cheat code. So, but I love that man. He is absolutely hysterical. Even on his last stream, when he's walking in there, everyone else is fighting, and he's just kind of running. Running around. Hey guys, what's the weather like today? But maybe it was because the caravan video, they outnumbered those guys so bad, he just felt, bad about, hitting anybody else. But then he runs in there with all their fat loot, right? Runs into that back alley tavern with Ophelia Blackwater, and they get all their loot and they get their money after turning in their caravan. And he runs away with their money. He runs away with their money. And then on the other stream, he goes ahead and he does all the buy orders and takes all the points so nobody else can get anything from the mayoral buy orders. He's so bad. But I love him. I love that man. He makes me laugh. And poor Stephen. Yeah, he is the reason I just know AOC, but he is absolutely 110% the reason that that AOC is going to be successful. Not only that, look how much he's learned. Look how much he's learned since he's been on there. I mean, he is a smart dude. Very smart dude. I couldn't do what he's doing. One, I don't have the money to do what he's doing. Two, he's extremely intelligent. He's to pretty much learn all of how a game is being developed. I will say this, I don't want to play any other MMOs as I get older. That's not my intention. But if Intrepid puts out another game, a different kind of a game, I would be interested in that. But I don't think they're going to need to. I think they're they might put out a DLC or something like that. I'm sure they're going to put DLCs out for this, and they're going to be great. I mean, Steven is a Pathfinder DM, Dungeon Master.
With
so,
each passing moment,
hey,
you make yourself
thanks
more
for the
like
prime. I
servant.
appreciate it, buddy. You like that sound file? My servant. Hey, I love it. But, see, goddammit, I got derailed again. You guys are going to when I'm gaming, you guys are going to play those sound files that I have when you get those loyalty points from Electrum. And I'm going to get, like, totally fucking derailed every time you guys play one of those. I know it. I know I am. I'm going to forget everything. I'm going to be like, God forbid I'm playing a rogue and I'm like sneaking up on somebody and you guys play like that screamer bitch. I'm going to go crazy. Oh, yeah, thank you. Yeah, see, that's why I need chatters. I need people to remind me what the fuck I was talking about. So, anyway, he, with this Pathfinder DMing, he's got so many ideas in his brain. So he's probably made so many campaigns that he probably would just love to add in to AOC. Dude, I'm telling you, we have not even scratched the surface with AOC. You guys are in for such a treat. And knowing that it's going to be your hard work that pays off. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I want a freehold. I want a freehold so I can rent that bitch out. So, you're going to have a freehold. I'm going to make my Hidden Dagger Inn Tavern. Probably, maybe next to a nice hostel area. Maybe invite a lot of bounty hunters in. Also a lot of riffraff. Do like a 2-for-1 drink special or something like that. Bounty hunter, bring your riffraff girlfriend, get a 2-for-1 drink. I don't know, anything. But put it next to a nice grinding area, and then a whole bunch of big fight breaks out, and they all kill each other, and then I'll run out there and clean up the loot. Deception says, and that's one of the reasons I love Steven as well. I also play a lot of TTRPG, and when I heard they made the game out of Homebrew Universe, instantly got interested. I am a DM too. I know exactly what kind of potential these. Yeah, he's totally got so much in store for you guys. In Steven, we trust. I once had somebody make me a meme, say a meme. I got a friend from the South that always calls it a meme, so I might just call it a meme. Shouts out to you, O-Staff. Who said, Stephen Sharif, you're my only hope, and it had the Star Wars meme with Obi-Wan Kenobi and Princess Leia saying, you're my only hope, and Stephen is our only hope for an MMO. He really is. Let's be honest. Sounds like you got that rogue Luke Goblin vibe. Oh, dude, I'm a shady motherfucker when it comes to Rogan. In Dark Age of Camelot, I played a lot of stealthers, and I love to perforate them arteries. But I'm a little bit older, guys. I don't know if I got that twitch to be doing that stuff. It depends on how the combat is in this game. It's still mostly tab, so I should be okay. But, the fact that tanks get that javelin pull, that really intrigues me. That gives me a purpose. If I ain't doing nothing else than guarding, at least I can throw that shit out and bring someone in my group and let them kill them. Put my shield up and, screw you, buddy. But what I'll probably do is I'll pull another tank. Hey, bud, what's up? I saw you at the tavern the other day. How you doing, man? What's going on? But, Steven has got a lot of stuff in store for this. If you guys find anything funny, I'm looking for clips. So if I entertain you at all, feel free to clip shit. I don't know how we even do that, but I think it's Control X or something like that. I don't know, but I am totally not tech savvy with this stuff. Looks like we got some new viewers in here, guys. We're up to 7 viewers. Holy shit! Wow, that's like the most I've had since I started streaming again. So welcome everybody. I'm glad you're all. Yo, my other subscriber, Grumpy Geezer. How you doing, my man? Should we talk about the servers, Grumpy, and play a little Snoop Dogg? Is Snoop working for us today? Because this is the message that we had all the time when we were playing some arcade. Yo, man, get the motherfucking servers down. Get them servers up. Cocked and rocked and ready to rock. Whatever he says. Oh, man.
Motherfucking server is down.
Oh, there we go.
Get that shit back up. We trying to play. There's a bunch of motherfuckers at home that's locked and loaded right now. Fix this shit.
Oh, God. Fix this shit. That's so true. So true. Oh, man. So what class are you guys looking to play? Motherfucking servers down. Oh, God. I love that one. What classes are you guys looking to play? I'm stoked about all the classes, and the nice thing is, since I'm an Alpha 2, we'll be able to, get a chance to test all these classes out. So I should feel pretty comfortable, I'm hoping, with what I want to play by the time launch comes. God, I hope. Knowing me, this is me. I will test everything, and then when I get to launch, I'm going to be second-guessing myself, and I'm probably going to I'm going to tell everybody I'm doing this. Hey, guys, I'm going tank. Oh, yeah, I'm tank, baby. Look out. And then I'm going to go rogue. Yeah. That's what I do. That's me. The most undecisive motherfucker on the face of this planet. Ranger, I am mostly interested in Falconeer. What is the Falconeer? I don't want to, I'm too lazy to look up the classes. It's obviously a Ranger and something else. Is it a Ranger? I am slightly a fanatic about birds, especially owls, but Scout and Bowsinger. Ranger Summoner. Okay, awesome. Yeah, Ranger right now, I think a lot of people say they're going to play Ranger. It looks pretty good. The snipe looked pretty good. I want to see the actual range on it. I do know this. I know that Ranger's in the water, and we're going to be in a lot of water fights in Ashes of Creation, because if anybody's played Arcade in here, they break down that class for me.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my
Hey,
underground
Gaming, thank you for the
lair.
follow. Welcome to the channel, my friend. Welcome. Ranger has, with the water, they're going to be AIDS. They were AIDS in Arcade, complete AIDS. But with my tank and my long sword, wink, wink, my javelin, yeah, if that pole is long enough, pull them in, throw a shield in their face. How you like that? Been a Ranger Hunter player since it's 9 years old. Bard Ranger, okay, Grumpy. Since a 9-year-old just got stuck with the fantasy. Yeah, no, Rangers are pretty awesome. What do you think about a stealth? Now, we were talking about the caravans the other day, right? There's been a whole lot of YouTube videos on the caravan, whether you're going to be attacker, defender, is there enough risk for the attacker, stuff like that. What do you think about a caravan, but mostly with a stealth group? Now the camo guys with the Rangers, you're probably going to be able to you're probably going to be able to see them, but I am hoping that some form of rogue. Maybe you have to be an assassin to get it. Maybe you have to double down to be a rogue to get full invisibility. There needs to be full invisibility. Look, you can't give them 60 second stealth, because it's not too hard to time it up. I did it in Warhammer, but it's annoying as shit. Okay, I see him coming. I'm going to hit my stealth. Oh, shit, he forgot his wallet. He's going back to the house. Now my stealth's up. Fuck, I got to wait for him to go to the house, come back, and hope my thing's not on cooldown. So, there's all kinds of things, or you're sneaking up to him, and then his buddy comes up, give him a pat on the back, or whatever, and then you got to hold off because you're not ready for that 2-on-1. So I don't want to have to deal with that mechanic. Stealth is all rogues have. Let us have it, other than a good opener. And then after that, we're basically like every other class, except not as good. So just give us our stealth. Now, you can have classes, and they've already said that they're going to have mages have a way of detecting an icon that's visible over their head, so rogues can see that they have their
Ladies
their
and
sight up.
gentlemen, welcome to
Hey,
my
Yasan80,
underground
thank you for the
lair.
follow. Welcome to the channel. So they're going to have that detection up, and I guarantee they're going to go ahead and have one more class at least that sees stealth. If they do that, that's awesome, because then I want people who don't like stealth to be able to have a counter to it. I'm okay with that. And if it's true rock paper scissors, and we don't know what kind of class that we're facing for the most part. Because I might be a tank, but maybe I'm going to run around in my merchant gear. Good luck. You really going to know what I am? So, if there's true rock, paper, scissors, and I'm a rogue, and I go up to that tank, and I'm going to poke you in your bungo. Oh, shit. Look at that shield. I'm going to run my ass away. So, I'm going to hope the tank is slow and get the hell out of Dodge. But you just never know. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that there should be full stealth? Let's just say not all classes can have it. Ranger can't have it. Okay. Hey, 9 viewers. All right. Welcome, guys. Welcome everyone to the channel. Pull up a chair, grab a winch, and get a beer. Let's go. Woohoo! What was I gonna say? See, now I'm fucking derailed again. Yeah. So yeah, true stealth. If only to a few limited classes. Maybe only limited to one. Maybe just the rogue. So let's see. Deception says, I'd imagine true stealth will be limited to rogues. I really like what I saw about the camouflage. Camouflage did look pretty good. I don't like the fact that you can click on it on the mountain and you might, the sun shines on a dog's ass every once in a while and you click my ranger. That would kind of suck. But anyway, I like what I saw about the camouflage. It was not true stealth, but definitely kind of stealth that I wanted for a ranger class. Yeah, it was good enough. So I think people would be okay with that if they truly knew that not every class would be able to have stealth. Like if you were a tank or a cleric, you'd pick a rogue secondary and you could have full stealth. Now, or even really camouflage. I don't even know if that would work. So in limited capacity, I'd be okay with it. And I think the majority of people would be okay with it. They just can't make it too overpowered. I'm okay with true stealth on rogues as long as there are classes like 8. Yeah, as long as they got something to, let's not get carried away there. You Rangers got enough shit as it is. Let's not become like the Rangers from Dark and Darker who could throw down bear traps, who could detect sneaky people, and then pull out a piece of bread out of their ass and heal themselves 3 fucking times. Let's not do that. Now, that was a little bullshit. I call bullshit on Dark and Darker in their Ranger class. Just saying. But, sorry, that was a tangent. What is it? What's everyone else? Everything? No, not everything for Rangers. Yeah, a dagger in their backside. That's what you're gonna get. Sneaky little shit. Yasan80, what are you thinking about for your classes? Some of my new followers, what are you guys thinking? Feel free to chime up and chat, guys. I am gonna try to go ahead and answer everybody's question. I am a very interactive streamer. I want to hear from you guys. If I only have to sit here and answer your guys' question, I'm cool with that. I am completely cool with that. Yeah, Shakur says, I liked Rangers on D&D, but not Traps so much. Guys, ignore that fucking message if you're just new to the channel. I am not giving you shit. You're not getting absolutely shit. I ain't giving you dick. You're not getting any New World, copies, nothing like that. You can, however, play Heist and 8-Ball and spend your loyalty points, and your loyalty system you get. Guess what you get? You ready? Glint. Huh? You get Glint. Yeah, I'm giving you Glint. Yeah, you like it? You get Glint. You get Glint. I haven't figured out what you're going to use it for, but you get Glint. You get Glint. All right. Suitcases incoming. You come on over, Shakur. You're always welcome. D&D and Pat. Hey, where's my girl Prim? She gonna come in here and say hi? Put her on the keyboard. I want to see a wave. Anyway, New World account for sale. You ain't shitting me. All right, Deception. Thanks, man. I really appreciate you coming in and chatting with me. I gotta run dinner. It's getting served. Thanks for the laughs. All right, sounds good, bud. Take care. New World account for sale. Yeah. There I go. Fucking derailed again. Fucking sometimers again. But yeah, we'll see where the stealth goes in it. I think it can go in a lot of different directions. Oh, good. Hey, there you go. Oh, hey, how you doing, Prim? Awesome. I never would have guessed with that name. I'm glad you're here. Hey, why are you still with Shakur? You know, I don't get it. I don't get it. No, just teasing. I love Shakur. I hope you guys are doing good. I hope to see you both in Ashes when we play. Grumpy, what are you up today? What are you guys up today? What's everyone else in the channel up today? Guys, if you got questions, throw them out there. Yikin Gaming. There we go. Yikin Gaming. I will play a cleric, but I am interested in what the summoner. Yeah. No, I think there's a whole lot of people. Yikin. Am I saying, is it Yikin or Yikin? I'm not sure. Yikin Gaming. I think there's a whole lot of people in summoner. I look at the summoner like a jack of all trades kind of class. You know, good at everything, master of none. We'll have to see what they end up doing. I think the summoner could be a very, very good and popular utility class. You know, for maybe you're having trouble filling in that group or something like that. Gym and then grocery shopping. Nice. Keep up the gym, Grumpy. That's great to hear that you're doing that. I think that's really probably going to be a great group filler as a summoner. Because let's be honest, especially early in the morning, maybe there's not going to be a lot of people on, and you're gonna need to fill a group, and there's not going to be any group finder. Yikin Gaming says either pronunciation is fine. Okay, good, because that's good because I'm really bad at pronunciation. I mean, I can barely spit out my own name, but. But yeah, I don't believe, I think they said that there's not going to be a group finder. So, which is fine, because I really want to bring the social aspect back. I want to bring, as I put in one of my videos on YouTube, I want to bring the social aspect back because it's missing. It's missing from games today. So I want to see an active global chat. I even want to see the return of Chuck Norris. I loved Chuck Norris jokes. Those were the best. Anybody who remembers Baron's chat, wow. I mean, that come on. Those Chuck Norris jokes were funny. You guys, you have to admit. Maybe Steven can get Chuck Norris to promote AOC. You hear that, Steven? That's big brain shit right there. You need to get Chuck Norris to promote AOC, and then you are the true WoW killer right there. The true WoW killer. What do you guys think? Chuck Norris? Yeah? I mean, dude's the bomb. There ain't no one better than Chuck Norris. I wish I could pull up some Chuck Norris jokes. If you got some, throw them in chat. I'd love to hear them because I enjoy a giggle. Oh man, what kind of you said? So you're looking at cleric. Are you going to double down? You think maybe on that cleric, or are you just going to stick with the? You talking about doubling down on the cleric, or are you thinking about maybe playing the cleric or the summoner, or you want to be a cleric summoner? Welcome to all the channel. Welcome to all the new viewers in the channel, guys. If you're enjoying the channel, go ahead and hit that follow button. We are doing this just for a shits and giggles Saturday stream. This is our first week of streaming, and we got to hit the hamburger menu here. It's our first week of streaming and coming back to streaming. I used to stream about 7 years ago. I'm surprised I still have 500 followers. I don't know why. They must have lost their accounts or something like that. Summoner will likely be the first alt. Nice. Man, that cart reminds me a lot of our old days. Yeah, it does. Have you not seen this video, Shakur? If you guys haven't seen the Ashes streams, I would encourage you guys all to go check them all out. They've been getting better and better with time. Yeah, it is hard to say without knowing all the class. I mean, well, we know all the classes, but we haven't seen them all. So, I mean, you got the tank, you got the fighter, you got the cleric, you got the rogue, you got the mage, you got the summoner, the bard, and the ranger. I think that's it. So, excuse me. So, what was I gonna say? Yeah, that cart is very much like Arcade, and you can upgrade those components to that too. You can make them faster, and here's one of the other things that's going to happen with the carts. As the nodes progress, the roads are going to change from dirt to probably cobblestone to brick to whatever, and that's going to make the travel faster as well. You also have speed boosts on the cart, probably different abilities that you're going to be able to unlock and or add on to them. So there's a lot of different things that you're going to be able to do with the cart. I think I'm going to be more of a defender than I am an attacker. Attacking sounds fun, but I think I'm going to roll with a group of stealthers to give people a little bit of a surprise. You're going to see a lot of different things. You're going to have carts that can go fast. You're going to have carts that are tankier. So you're going to even have, they said, decoy carts. So that's going to be pretty big itself too. What do you guys think? You guys thinking about going attacker or defender? At least they can't target the horses right away. That would kind of suck. But it's going to be a really good way to make money. Especially early on. It's going to be a great way to make money. I don't think there's going to be a lot of people going into the sea right away. Maybe there will be. Maybe there'll be, those explorers that love to go into the sea and go underwater and stuff like that. But I imagine that you're probably going to need some kind of a potion, like a Dahuda's Breath or something like that, kind of from Arcage, or an oxygen tank that maybe they'll have that for a ship or something like that. I am kind of sad that they got rid of the shipbuilder class, the profession. I understand what they're trying to do, where they want to have it where everybody is kind of a part of it, a part of building ships. And they still could have done that. They could have had the shipbuilder profession, and then, him still having to outsource components from like a blacksmith or something like that. That does kind of make me sad that they got rid of that, because I was planning on being Floki and being a shipbuilder, because that would have been really cool. But, in the raft, what they said, I don't know if you saw the stream, Shakur, but they said that the caravan will go to a river, and so if you're going to like the Mirrorless town, which is a river town, it'll be able to convert to a raft. Now, outside boats can't get in there. So outside boats can't get into the river. And they had to pull the raft out early. The raft kind of reminded me of an ark raft. They had to pull the raft out early, and then they went and finished their trip to Mirrorless. But I'm going to guess, once Mirrorless gets upgraded enough, that they might have a dock this is speculation. They might have a dock that you can go ahead and just pull your raft right into Mirrorless. So you're going down that river, which could be a really interesting way to go. Plus, you can go off-road on these, because they have PvE, or not, I shouldn't say PvE. They have interactions, just random event interactions, where there's a tree that's blocking the road. So, and then you have to go around. You have to go another way. So you not only have people that are possibly attacking you, you have just random events, highwaymen, I think, attacking you, stuff like that. There's going to be a lot of interesting stuff that go along with the caravan. So some people might just choose to go off-road, because, I mean, it might be harder to plan an event if you're off-road. I should have subscribed to Ashes of Creation, I guess. There we go. So what do you guys think about the caravan system, or is anything else you guys want to talk about? Go ahead and throw it out in chat. I'm going to go ahead and grab a pop here, because this stream is sponsored by nobody. But if Coke Zero wants to sponsor me, I'm drinking a Coke Zero. Come on. Yeah, Coke Zero. All right. I'm not smart enough to come up with, I'm sponsored by Dirt, Water, or Air, or Fire, like Arrive Genesis. So, but I'm drinking Coke. You're not my sponsor, but I'm drinking anyway. Feel free to sponsor me. That's good. That's really good. All right, y'all got quiet on me. There we go. Wake up. Nah, serious. I can't drink the regular pop. It makes my stomach sick. So it's just too much sugar. Too much sugar for me. Oh man, I don't know about you guys, but it's cold as shit here. It's a little bit colder today. I mean, I'm just outside of Chicago, and it's down to it was like 12 degrees earlier today, something like that. It was really cold. We've had pretty good weather for the winter, for it being February, but it was still chilly today. Windy too. What time is it there right now, Shakur, where you're at? Isn't it like it's only a few hours ahead of me, I think. You oughta call Steve and say, "Hey Steve, where are you at? Come see Peon in chat." If you guys want to talk about something, hit me up. My bot got you. Wah wah wah. My good old bot. Which bot is doing that? Is that the Stream Elements? No, it's a Stream Labs one. Which one's doing the New World one? Stream Labs one. I'm gonna have to cancel that. Yeah, Stream Labs. I'm gonna demoderate that dude. Let's see. I'm gonna unmoderate this fucker. I won't be able to do it yet, but I'll get to him. He's marked for death. Yeah, that you must have some stuff in there, some filters that it doesn't like. Are we getting ready to...
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my underground lair.
Well, what do we have here? Thank you for the follows. Oh God, I'm gonna fuck this name up. Zeo Blitz. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it, my friend. Welcome to the channel. Pull up a seat, grab a winch, and order a pint. It's a 2-for-1 special right now. Glad to have you. Am I part of Intrepid Studio? No, I wish I was. I am not part of Intrepid Studio. What gave you that impression? Am I doing? I just look like really old or something like that? Like I might be a developer? I wish I was part of Intrepid Studios. How you doing? Welcome. He's an Intrepid man. I am a big fanboy of Intrepid. Absolutely. Total fanboy of Intrepid. I think what they're doing is wonderful. They're making a game for us. And look how big their studio's gotten. What have they got? Like, they have to have over 150 people now working for them. And they started out so small. So people keep saying that Ashes is going to take, joke, we'll see you in 2030. No, hell no. It's coming out before that, guys. This is where I'm thinking. The Alpha 2 we know is coming out in Q3, right? So my thinking is we don't know what month in Q3, but let's just say for shits and giggles, we're disappointed. It needs a little bit more work, and it comes out at the last month of the quarter. Fine. Okay. It is what it is. We know we're playing it this year. So, you know sales going back up to the shop? I don't think so, Zeo Blitz. They have said, I think, I don't want to misquote them, but I'm pretty sure they said it is a possibility. But right now, I think that there will be no sales. You can win them. I think they're going to be giving some away in their contests that they have. But, that's like, a needle in a haystack kind of a deal. It all really depends on how Alpha 2 goes for them. Because right now, they had 100,000 people in Alpha 2 already. And that was before they decided to close the accounts. So I guarantee you they probably have at least 150,000 people signed up for Alpha 2 right now. So their premise is they want to see how they handle that first, how they can handle that server load before they just open the floodgates and let everybody back in. I mean, that makes sense, right? Because they want people in Alpha 2 to be able to do what they need to do and test the game. So I would say that there's a slight chance. If there's any hope that I can give you, I would say that Alpha 1, when I was in Alpha 1, their testing was pretty smooth overall with their network. I think that they did, especially in the castle fights and stuff like that, if they maintain that, I think there's a good chance that they'll get it sorted out where they should be able to get people back in, maybe 6 months down the road or something like that. But until that time, right here, this is where you be, my man, and we'll Alpha 2 it together, and we'll learn together everything you need to know. Yakin Gaiman says, I feel like caravans will mostly run commodities while materials will be mules. 10 people running mules is safer than 10 people guarding a caravan. Yeah, no, 10 people running mules. Now, we're going to be able to kill mounts. I'm sure we're going to be able to kill mounts, I think. Or I wonder if maybe, I can't remember in Alpha 1 if you got hit on your mount, if it knocked you off of it. I can't remember. It's been so long. You hear that, Steven? It's been so long. It's been so long. Been a long time. I'm 2 or 3 years closer to the grave, Steven. How would you feel if I died and never got to play Ashes of Creation launch? Come on, chop, chop. You can kill them out, but you will get corruption. Yeah, well, that's good. I don't want them to not get corruption. What do you guys think about the corruption system? I think it's going to serve its purpose. The real action and the real reward and the real risk, guys, is going to be out in the seas. We all know it. Anybody who's played Arcade, and this game is pretty much coming from Arcade, most of it, Arcade and Lineage. That's where the real risk and reward is going to be. And I'm glad that they took off the corruption out on the sea. Because you want to risk it for the biscuit, then, risk it and die. But what do you lose? What do you really lose if you die? For all those PvE people out there that are scared about being PvP'd and dying, don't be. So worst case scenario, you're out there and you find some really rare materials and you've loaded up and you've been out there for 2 hours and somebody sees you've been farming out there for 2 hours and they see you've been hitting those rare nodes and you die. Okay, you dropped, what, a third or half of your gatherables? Okay, it sucks, but it is what it is. It's not the end of the world. That dude's going to, he's got half your ship, and he's going to go spend the next 2 hours working off his corruption. So, if he even makes it back, now that he's flagged, someone else might kill him and take his shit. So, and then he's going to have a bounty hunter on him. So, good luck to him. What kind of mount do you guys like? I tried the Turtle Terrapin or something like that. It was in Alpha 1. It was pretty cool. It was the one. It's a turtle and it's real slow on land. Real slow. Don't make the mistake of buying that thinking it's a land mount. It's not. But when it goes into the water, woo! It's really nice and quick. Very nice and quick. There's going to be a lot of water mounts for sure. That'll be very useful. I don't know about you guys, but a lot of people are harping on. I've heard and seen a lot of people harping on the graphics. I'm looking at these graphics, and I think they're fine. I mean, people have to remember this is not a single-player game. It's not a single-player game. You're not going to be able to get these super, super optimized graphics in a game like this when you're having castle sieges of 250 on 250 people. It's not going to happen. Or a Metropolis. I don't even know how many people a Metropolis are going to hold. Maybe 500. I don't know. But it's going to be a lot. What kind of node you guys thinking about going to? What do you think, Zio? Zio or Yaiken, you guys thinking about going to an economic node? Or are you doing... A lot of people I hear are going to go to scientific nodes. That's what they're kind of... That's what their dealio is. They like that teleportation with the scientific nodes. I'm not sure how I feel about the Tetris system either. I understand why they're doing it. I'm going to give it a chance. I don't want to knock it. 1 second, guys. I got to clear my throat here. All right, I'm back on here. I had to clear my throat there. I'm still fighting this cold. I apologize. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about the Tetris system. What are you guys thinking about the Tetris system? I mean, if you're out there and you're ganking somebody, you know, you're ganking a wood chopper, a log cutter, because he's getting some really rare logs. You know, you might not have the bag to carry all his good stuff, so you're only gonna get a little bit of it. American Game says, I don't know what type I'll pick, but I know it won't be in Riverlands. I've seen enough of it. You ain't lying, brother. Excuse me, I'm pretty sure they're doing that on purpose. I think that we'll probably see the Riverlands for the next 6 months. And because they don't want to give away, I mean, they've said it on stream that they don't want to give away too much before we get into Alpha 2, because for all those people that are in Alpha 2 and in all the people that are not in Alpha 2, which is millions of people, everybody wants to experience this stuff for the first time. So they're going to, they're going to keep a lot of stuff under wraps, which is why we might not see the Rogue and some of the other stuff, the Summoner, until... I think they'll release one more archetype that they'll show us, but that might be it. That really might be it. But if that's the case, then it is what it is. So it is what it is. Let's see. Let me go pull up the screen here real quick. There we go. So how's everyone's Saturday going? You guys got any big plans today? I'm just chilling out here for a little bit longer and thinking about what kind of content I can make for my newest video. If you haven't checked out my video, go check it out in Hidden Dagger on YouTube. You can find a link to it on the About page. I put up a new video that got processed this morning, basically about leveling. The leveling system right now is scheduled for the average of 4 to 6 hours a day, for coming out to about 225 hours to reach level 50. And there was a post by content creator Flanker on the forums, on the Ashes forums. He had questions thinking it might be too fast. And I think I agree with him. I absolutely agree with him. I think it's too fast. I agree with him so much I made a video about it, because it is too fast. That means these tryhards that are playing 18 hours a day are literally going to be level 50 in 12 and a half days. A lot of people are going to be taking a week to 2 week vacation. I'm going to be taking vacation, unless it's in the summer, then I won't have to. But I don't want to level that fast. I want it to be a memorable experience. I want it to take time. I want to. They're making this huge, beautiful world for us. I want to experience it. If you allow me to level that fast, I'm gonna feel like I have to, because everyone else is getting there so quick. If you stretch it out to 100 days, then people are gonna start to tire out a little bit after a few weeks. They're gonna start to peter out. No one's gonna be able to maintain 18 hours a day for 4 weeks. That's not happening. The body's going to shut down. So I hope that they listen to the people on the forums. And I have a series that I just started. It's called Hot Topics, and it's called Love It or Hate It. And the premise of it is for you to go ahead and either love the idea and agree with it, or you hate it and you want them to kind of change it. So in this case, you agree with the leveling speed is too fast. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think the leveling speed is too fast? Do you want more of a memorable experience? Not necessarily a grind, but Steven's so good with all his quests and stuff that they're putting out. And I got to tell you that I'm not a quester. I don't enjoy questing, okay, at all, in the least. However, with that being said, the quests in Ashes in Alpha 1, and this was an Alpha 1, were fun. They were actually fun. I enjoyed them. They were, you got involved with them. They were different. They weren't just like the go gather this or escort this guy. They weren't like that boring crap that you find in every other MMO. They were actually interesting. You had different mechanics that you had to do, and you're like, well, shit, how do I do this? But no, they were very interesting. Absolutely. So yeah, I would give them a chance. Give the quest a chance, and I'll probably gonna get all my reading out early on. Shakur says, yeah, but there needs to be quest. Hope there's not a lot of fetch. No, if there wasn't a lot of I don't remember any really fetch quests, to be honest with you, Shakur. Alpha 1's quests were pretty good. I am more of a grinder myself. I like to find a good area of mobs and just mindlessly grind mobs, because that way I can do that and watch my YouTube at the same time, or I can grind mobs while talking to you guys or something like that. But it's harder to sit there and read all the text while I'm trying to stream or something like that. So I personally like to grind. Yeah, but I think you guys like it. I got to admit, Arcade quests were not bad either. I did level quite a few characters in Arcade and didn't really mind it. So that wasn't too bad either. Maybe after this is done, we'll go ahead and, actually we can, I'm going to pull up my video real quick so you guys can see it. And we'll watch that real quick so I can give my throat just a quick break here. 1 second. All right, here we go. Let me know if it's loud enough. Hello, greetings, citizens of Vera. Today I'm going to try something new, and it's inspired by Ashes of Relations' Dr. Burns, and his idea of doing some series content. Now, his series was called Bespoke, and if you haven't watched it, it's really good. He's a really... Can you guys hear that one okay? Young man. He's a doctor. Somebody give me a thumbs up if it's a good volume or not. Also, so he's very smart. I encourage you to do so because he really talks to a lot of different content creators and gets their ideas, and it really just gives you an insight, one, to the awesome content creators we have here at Ashes of Creation, and also just their fantastic ideas that they come up with and brainstorm about. So with that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and attempt to bring you another version of a series, and we're going to call it Hot Topics. The idea of this series is to go ahead and get hot topics that are currently on the forums. As most people are logging into the forums on a daily basis, or maybe even monthly, and maybe you're out of touch with some of the things that we're discussing. So I'm going to go ahead and try to reach a new audience of people that watch Ashes of Creation on YouTube. And there's quite a few of you that are watching it on YouTube. I mean, who doesn't like YouTube? The series, however, will only work with your help, okay, in order to be successful. The idea is going to be that I'm going to go ahead and propose what's suggested, and I want you guys to chime in the comments to let me know if you love it or you hate it. If you hate it, please take that extra second to explain why you hate it so we have an idea of, what your opposition to it is. And if you love it, you can expand on it as well also. Also, if you have any ideas you'd like to add to the conversation, please feel free to do so. So that's the premise of the series. So without further ado, let's get started with episode 1 of Hot Topics. So today's hot topic is going to be from Ash's forum post by content creator Flanker. So if you haven't seen any of his stuff, go check him out, give him a subscribe, and help him out and support him for bringing up this important topic. The name of the topic in the post is leveling speed. Basically, it says, according to the wiki, and first, before I get any farther, let's talk about the wiki. Everyone needs to give big thanks to Lex and a big shout out to Lex, because he might have the best wiki out there, him and whoever's ever helping him. I'm sorry I don't know your name. Better than any game that's actually currently being played, and we're not even playing the game yet. So big shout out to Lex. Thank you very much. On release, the developers anticipate max level should be attainable in about 45 days if playing 4 to 6 hours per day. So let's make it 5. That's 225 hours to reach level 50. Now, almost everyone agreed that that's too fast. Some propose it should be 90 days or more. I believe it should at least be 90 days or more. Now, all I want you all to think about for the next few minutes is, number one, how many people are going to be taking vacation at launch? I know I'm going to be. Number two, how many no-lifers are going to play 12 to 18 hours a day, pumping those power energy drinks, okay? Now, if you have the tryhards out there, and you know you will, you're going to have them. You can't avoid them. 18 hours a day will break down to 12 and a half days to hit level 50. That is way too fast. Now, no matter what timetable they decide, people will reach it faster than others. With that being said, it'll be far fewer than if they were to extend it to, say, 100 days. 4 to 6 hours a day, average being 5 hours, would now be 500 hours, effectively making it about 100 days to reach max level. Now, people will still cut that number in half. So even if they do cut it in half, it's still well over a month to take care of any launch bugs, and you know there's going to be launch bugs, guys. There always are, that might arise. There's a certain kind of people out there that aren't happy unless they're trying to break a game. So there will be bugs. People will find stuff. And then they'll be, if they have a month and a half, they'll be well on their way to adding some more content. Nobody wants to reach max level and run out of stuff to do. New World. Ashes of Creation is supposed to be a marathon, not a sprint. We all want to be playing Ashes for years to come, at least I do. I'm hoping Ashes will be like a fine wine that gets better with age. Not to mention, the more people you have in rush to level 50, if they are at that 12 and a half day timetable, leads to a much larger scale of abuse if something comes up with the economy and with a game-breaking bug. They will be able to monitor money flow, as they've stated before, and will pop up red flags on players so they can investigate, but it might be too little too late. The economy and the damage can be done by the time they find it. And let's not hope that happens, because that's the absolute worst case scenario, is an economy getting ruined early on. So let's be real. Do we really need to rush leveling? Let's make it meaningful. You want to have time to explore the beautiful world they've made for us and soak in the leveling experience in every level and do a happy dance every time you get a level. And here, just a few posts from the forums, from posters. I'm going to screw up your name because I always do. Azakalan, and here's what he says. Leveling a character, especially for the first time, is in a completely new and fresh world should be an experience that sticks with you. Completely agree. Phantom X says it's still too fast, and I'm assuming he means the 90 to 100 days is still too fast. Narer says make leveling twice as long and I would be happy. Those are just a few of the posts on Ashes of Creation forums, and other than saying you love it or you hate it in this video, I would also encourage you to go over to the forums and chime in on that as well. One of the things we have to remember is this is not one of the cases where we can say, oh, well, we haven't played it yet, let's give them a chance to test it. This is something we can discuss right now, because that's right now their goal as far as leveling experience. So if we think right now that that's too fast, we should say something right now so they can start thinking about it. Okay, guys, and remember, the whole point of this video is to make sure that you are putting in the comments whether you loved this idea or you hated this idea. It's really important that we get the word out on not only on the forums, but on across YouTube, so we can go ahead and start. We want to make sure we let Intrepid know what we're looking for. They have their pillars. As Steven has their pillars, we can't change that, and that's fine. That's the way I want them. I want them to stick firm on his pillars. But this kind of thing we can have an influence on. So if you love this idea that they should increase leveling speed, please think about putting a love it or hate it on there and talk about it on the forum as well in Flanker's post. If you have any other suggestions for this series that's upcoming, please let me know and I'll go ahead and dig deeper into it. If you enjoyed the video, please give a like and subscribe. It really helps me with the algorithm gods, letting me know that you like me. So thank you, Vera, for watching. You everybody have a great night and a great weekend. Bye-bye. All right, guys. There we go. So that was a quick little video that I made yesterday. Got uploaded this morning. Pretty much, I just think that the leveling is too fast, like somebody said, and I don't know if you guys agree or disagree with me on that. I don't know. Do you really want to be max level in 2 weeks? I don't, but if they force me to do that situation, then I will. I'll burn myself out for 2 weeks to be max level. I don't want to get left behind. I don't want to get left in the dirt. So let's hope it doesn't do that. But anyway, let's see. I'm gonna see if see what we got. Yeah, it needs to be more like a month. Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, a month and a half. If they make it a month, okay. Let's say, like in a video, they make it 100 days. Well, those tryhards are still going to make it in half of that amount. So, but that's going to give them time. It's going to give Intrepid time to take care of any issues that are going to come up. And we know, just like I said in the video, we know that issues are going to come up. And plus, it's going to give them time to get some content. So, and they'll slow down. There's always the launch excitement. Everybody's super excited for a launch. We make sure we do all our honey-dos. Honey, what do you need me to do? Because I'm going to be disappearing for the next 2 weeks. And then you need to make sure you got all your food, your snacks. You got to grab your pee bottle, your poop sock. That's all really important stuff. You got to have a poop sock. That's an absolute. It's somewhere on the launch checklist, a poop sock, because mini fridge. There's no going to the bathroom. Yeah. 4 to 5 hours a day of full question. I'd rather do grinding myself, but I will do whatever is the most effective way to level. I might not like it, but I'll, if it's an effective way to level. I would like to do a lot of exploring. But, because they're not going to let us in Alpha 2. If you're in Alpha 2 and you think that they're going to, you're going to know the whole map, no way. They're not letting all those goodies out. Guaranteed. So there's going to be so much more to explore. I don't even think that we're going to be able to get to level 50 in Alpha 2. I think that they got us somewhere around 30. It was 35 and then they bumped us back to 30. I think the time to travel is fine, but it would be okay with taking longer. Yeah, or to level. Yeah. No, I'd be totally fine with them to increase it. I guess they'll find out in Alpha 2. In Alpha 2's probably even more of a reason for them to slow it down. Because look, Alpha 2, they don't have all the content in that they want, right? Yeah, exactly. Also, Geiken Games says that time frame is assuming no deaths. Yeah. Well, man, the XP debt in Alpha 1 was horrible. Shakur says maybe be able to level up not only by questing but doing PvP. Oh yeah. I don't know if they give experience for pretty much everything. I don't know if PvP grants experience. I think in some instances they said maybe like castle sieges or something like that. Crafting, I'm pretty sure gives you some experience. I think gathering gives you some experience. But yeah, I don't know if that'll be the quickest way. But anyway, I was saying the Alpha 2, they're not going to even have nearly all the content in they want. So why would they want people to go really fast? Why would they want people to level up really fast? And especially since we can only level to 30. So I don't know. They they might be harming themselves. You know, I don't know if any of you guys played Enshrouded recently. Now that leveling was slow. That was like, oh god, this taking forever. Woo, 8 level, woo. You know, but I think they need to dumb it down to make it slower, let people explore. You know, otherwise it's people will ignore the quests and all the other stuff. Streamlabs, you're not getting. I'm not giving you any New World copy. No, I'm done with that. Done with that game. That's gonna be the first thing I do when I end the stream, is to go ahead and cancel, get rid of that damn thing. First damn thing. Let's see. I'm trying to find my Twitch thing here. Where did it go? Not that. Let's see. Huh. Oh well. Anybody got any questions? You guys, let's see. What you guys got on your mind? Shakur, what kind of class did you say you were going to play? You going to play a ranger too? I know we had a few rangers in the chat. Or undecided maybe. And Zeo Blitz, I don't know if you're still with us, but you know, what kind of class are you thinking about? I'd love to. Are you guys already in a guild, or what guild are you guys thinking about doing? I'm currently in Overlord. That's the guild I'm in. A good group of guys. Dracobringer is a nice leader. He's a good guy. More into tank classes. Did you watch the tank stream at all, Shakur? It's really good. The tank looks he looks really sturdy, very sturdy. He's got a javelin pole. We're going to be able to guard like healers and mages and stuff like that, to help lessen to dampen the damage. A lot of dampening damage mechanics on there. I'm hoping. Now I don't know what your guys' thoughts are on this, but this is one of my other rants. I feel like healers in MMOs, and not even lately, really since WoW, have been overpowered. They've made healing easy. Everybody wants to solo content. They need a healer that can solo. The problem with that is that these spells that they're using to do PvE now work on PvP as well, and then they can heal themselves to boot. When you need 5 people to kill a healer, that's kind of ridiculous. And we even saw that, and I know this is completely unbalanced right now, and they haven't taken a balanced pass at all, but healers were OP in Ashes and Alpha 1, really OP. And even what we saw in this last Caravan stream, if you watch the Caravan stream, you'll see Chibi Bree, shout out to her and Vertec at the Golden Feather Tavern. She was extremely hard to kill. There was a whole lot of people attacking her, and she just healing through it. I mean, really? I mean, I can understand you can throw in a heal over time on yourself, but I think if you're casting a big heal, it should be getting a setback every time you hit. Let me know if you agree or disagree, but I don't think you should be able to get those. You shouldn't be able to get those big heals off, and this goes for mages too. If you're trying to, in lore or whatever, if you're trying to chant a spell or something like that, how are you going to do that when you keep getting punched in the gut? It's not going to happen. So healers need protection. They need DPS to peel for them. They need tanks to block for them. That's their job. The healer's job is to heal. Not to do anything else but heal. I know it's boring, but that's just the gig it is. If you want to be a really popular person, be a healer, because that's just the role that the Trinity system allows. It's you have your tanks, you have your DPS, and you have your support. The support in League of Legends even is not even all that exciting. So it's just the way it is. But, well, with that being said, guys, I'm starting to lose my voice already. So I want to say before I wrap this up that let me go ahead and make sure that there's no streamers on first before I go ahead and log out of here, because I will say, no, There's nobody over there. But I do want to thank everybody for coming on in today. I appreciate it. And hopefully you come back. If you haven't gone over to the YouTube channel, go ahead and hit it up and shoot me that subscribe and let me know what you want. Do you want to see them increase the leveling speed over there, or you don't? Any comments would be welcome. And hopefully I'll be putting some new content out soon for that. I'll probably be twitching again. Probably going to take Sunday off. Probably going to come back on Monday. But no promises. But again, thank you, Shakur. Thank you, Prim, for coming in. Grumpy. Thank you for the new follows from Zeoblitz, Yasan, Yakin Gaming. Had a great conversation with Deception TV. It's been really good, guys. I appreciate all your support. Thank you for talking to me. You have no idea how much it means to me to keep chat going, because it's very hard to talk to nobody. It's very hard to talk to thin air. So, Aeon, please refrain from streaming. Welcome, Aeon. How you doing? Hey, Aeon, how you doing? You got here just as I'm ready to log off, my friend. Way to go. But you can hit that follow before I go, so I can hear it. I don't want to have to thank you after, but I appreciate it. Reach out on DS when you stream it again. I will do, bud. You guys have a wonderful rest of your weekend. I am off Monday, so I'll probably definitely be streaming Monday. So, you guys take it. You're already following. Thanks, Aeon. I appreciate it, guys. You guys take care, and let's see if we can get some more topics cooking on Monday. All right, guys. God bless. Take care. Bye-bye.